There are dozens and dozens of covered bridges in Southern Oregon. Now, there's no way you'll get to all of them on one tank of gas, so we're not going to get to all of them in one story. So we'll call this Southern Oregon Bridges, Part 1. So let's begin at the beginning. I mean the real beginning. The very first official covered bridge is the Archidiko Bridge in Greece. It was built during the Greek Bronze Age, sometime between 1300 and 1200 BC. This covered bridge looks more like a tunnel, but back then it was wide enough for chariots to pass over what used to be a creek. Here's the oldest covered bridge in the United States. The Hyde Hall Covered Bridge was built in 1825 in Cooperstown, New York. It's said to be haunted. And this is one of the oldest covered bridges in Southern Oregon. So let's start our tour at the Grave Creek Bridge in Sunny Valley. It was built in April of 1920. It's the last covered bridge on the old Pacific Highway. Even after Interstate 5 was built nearby, locals still drive over the Grave Creek Bridge like they've done for over 100 years. This is the Horse Creek Bridge. It was originally built in 1930 just north of Riddle in Lane County. It was 105 feet long and spanned the Horse Creek, a tributary of the Mackenzie River. But the bridge was moved and now crosses Myrtle Creek in Douglas County. And take a look at this conveniently posted sign. In one direction, the arrow points to the Horse Creek Bridge. The other arrow sends you to a second covered bridge within walking distance. That's a cool 2-for-1. Follow that other arrow to the Neil Lane Covered Bridge. In 1939, it cost $1,000 to build. At just 42 feet long, it's one of the shortest covered bridges in the state. Finally, welcome to the Milo Academy Bridge in Milo. Although it was built in 1920, the same year the Grave Creek Bridge was built, it was rebuilt in 1962, so it really doesn't count as one of the oldest. The Milo Bridge spans the South Umpqua River. It's on private church property, but visitors are welcome. In fact, near the bridge is this charming little country store. Souvenirs and fresh produce are stocked inside. There's no store clerk. Put your money in the jar. It's the honor system. And here's something you would have never known about the Milo Covered Bridge unless you watched this story. Check out the rope swing underneath the bridge.
3, 2, 1.
That's our photographer, Mike Porter, who couldn't resist a cool dunk in the Umpqua. There's a bit of history to be found at every covered bridge you visit. The facts about each are well documented, so do a little internet research before you go. You can find all the Southern Oregon bridges on Google Maps. In Part 2, we'll tour some of the other historic Southern Oregon bridges and tell you why covered bridges were built in the first place. Scott G., NBC5 News.